from Seattle, the UCLA Bruins, 23rd ranked in the country against the Huskies of Washington, the final regular season in the Pac-12. Great crowd, great environment, and what's on the line today? UCLA has a chance to secure a regular season Pac-12 title. With a victory, they'll at least have a share with the Oregon Ducks. They come in at 12-5, Washington at 9-8. There's Ben Howland in his 10th season at UCLA, a chance to put another championship on the board. And let's give you the starting lineups for UCLA. Drew 2, Adams, and Shabazz Muhammad, one of the top players in the country. And then Kyle Anderson along with Travis Ware. Travis Ware coming back from a foot injury, missed significant time in a loss against Washington State earlier this week. And Suggs as Ware goes straight to the basket to quiet him down early here in Seattle.
Well, if you're going to beat UCLA, this is not Ben Howland's previous team. They like to run. They lead the conference in scoring, 23rd in the country. Travis Ware showing no ill effects from that sprained foot as Kyle Anderson slow-mo throwing the ball up in transition.
UCLA won in their last meeting on a last-second shot by Drew 2. Good look to Muhammad. And Shabazz Muhammad is on the board for the Bruins. Deadly from that range, gets a friendly roll.
No, you're right there, Brian. He's not going to do anything with Aziz Ndiaye inside. He's got to move him. He's got to set ball screens. He is a tremendous pick and pop face-up jump shooter.
Travis Ware with 4 early points. Slow-mo. Getting it done at the rim.
He is the most appropriately nicknamed player in college basketball. Kyle Anderson from New Jersey. His nickname is Slow-Mo.
Back to Alaska Airlines Arena in Seattle, campus University of Washington. And how about the keys for UCLA?
You want to limit their transition and go and run at them on the other end. UCLA likes to score and score quickly. You got to continue Travis Ware. Very good 17-foot face-up jump shooter. That's hard for Aziz Ndiaye, who's really a low-post shot blocker. You got to go at Kyle Anderson. He's a limited defender, not very strong. He's not very athletic. You can score going right at Kyle Anderson, and you got to make Shabazz Muhammad pass the basketball. He's played 25. They played 25 games this year. He only has 24 assists in the 25 games played.
Well, Jordan Adams on the line for UCLA.
Larry Drew, too. Of course, his dad, coach in the NBA. Larry Drew, a highly touted McDonald's All-American point guard out of Taft High School, has rediscovered his offensive game. Really lacked confidence since the departure from North Carolina. Couldn't make easy open shots. Nobody in the Pac-12 guarded him to start the year. Still not really guarding him. But really, since that Washington shot, hit the game winner against Washington, he's been shooting 50% from 3, taking good open jump shots, and of course, leading the league in assist-to-turnover ratio.
It's about 3.5 to 1 assist-to-turnovers, and Drew 2 hit the game winner against Washington. Ware, beautiful post move underneath, and he's out to a good start. Travis Ware, and showing no ill effects of a foot injury that sat him down the final 15 minutes against Washington State. Let's take a look at the AT&T Fast Analysis, Doug, and we zero in on Shabazz Muhammad.
All right, here's the raw data. Points per game, 18.1. But the next level is points per possession. Where is he effective? He's actually ineffective as a post-up player. That's very poor, .645. But as a face-up jump shooter, catch and shoot, it's 1.23 points per possession. In other words, he's made himself into a very good catch and shoot jump shooter. He's a below average low post scorer in post-up ISO situations. And he's also a below average one dribble pickup mid-range jump shooter. So for Shabazz Muhammad, know who you are, play to your strengths. He scores off offensive rebounds, he scores off open jump shots, he scores in transition.
Muhammad hits a three, his first of the game. Ware cleans up the miss from Muhammad. Drew two. Nice.
That's where Larry Drew has rediscovered his game. Hardest thing to do in sports is find your confidence, especially in the middle of the season. Larry Drew has found it.
Jordan Adams, looking stroke.
People forget Jordan Adams is averaging about 25 a game when Shabazz Muhammad was ineligible to start the season.
Good start here, UCLA and Washington, second of our triple header of college basketball today. You see the field goal story, but really Travis Ware, Doug, has brought up the stats for the Bruins. He's 4 out of 5 so far.
Well, he's struggled of late scoring, but Travis Ware is probably the best all-around offensive player UCLA has because he can score in the low post, and he's an excellent, as you pointed out, 17-foot jump shooter. And because he's undersized playing the center position, he can outrun Aziz Njai in transition. You know, look, he suffered a concussion earlier this year. He's had the foot problem, so he hasn't been as effective of late. But the modern-day high North Carolina transfer is as hard-working a player in terms of putting his game together, he and his brother, as anyone in the Pac-12, maybe anyone in the country. Really improved as an offensive player.
Yeah, one of 3 transfers from North Carolina, the 2 Ware brothers, and Larry Drew too. And coming up with a big part of this Bruins team. Adams skirts around Njai, and Adams with the left hand. Jordan Adams with 6 points. Shot clock winding down. Gaddy's got to get one up. Great defense by Drew. And a shot clock violation on the Huskies.
Well, Abdul Gaddy, the thing that Larry Drew has changed, and this frustrated Roy Williams when he was at North Carolina, because he's shooting the ball better, he's now defending better. Usually the sign of maturity for basketball players, especially college basketball players, is the worse you play offensively, you dig in more defensively, whereas young teams, when they shoot poorly, they defend poorly. Larry Drew's playing well at both ends of the floor, but he's really helping his team by climbing into people at the defensive end.
Taking on Anderson. Anderson got a piece. What outstanding defense by Kyle Anderson. And winding it up is Adams. No, Muhammad right there to finish for UCLA.
Works on his jump shot. He has a more likely ability to be an NBA All-Star than Shabazz Muhammad, who at 6'5", is really a 3-4 who's got to be a 2 guard in the NBA, and he doesn't really dribble. I think Shabazz will be he's going to be a lottery pick. I think he'll be a good solid pro. But I think he's going to be an undersized 3 at the next level, whereas Kyle Anderson has a chance to be a point forward, and he makes others better, which so few basketball players do.
drive, and Drew, too, comes up with a big basket for the Bruins.
How many bids does the Pac-12 get for the?
This one's actually pretty easy. You look at the Pac-12 standings, you take the top 5 teams in. They're actually in very clearly. The only question with those 5 is where do they get seeded. Arizona State is ranked 95th in the RPI. They did sweep Colorado, but their non-conference strength of schedule is ranked 298. I don't see any way the Sun Devils get in, so 5 teams from the Pac-12 are going.
All right.
The freshman from Atlanta. Washington, they've won 3 in a row as Muhammad goes to the hole right on cue. Larry Drew now has 236 assists on the season. There's Adams again, a rainmaker. Jordan Adams, he averages just over 15 a game, the freshman from Atlanta. And now with 10 so far on 4 of 9 shooting and a turnover. Well, Washington really struggling handling the basketball. And a whistle going the other way, a charge on C.J. Wilcox.
Excellent play from Kyle Anderson. Wilcox is a jump shooter, not much of a mid-range game, and he gets caught with his feet in the air, and Kyle Anderson feet outside the semicircle. This is danger time for Washington.
Adams, nifty. Adams finishes at the rim.
They can't guard Jordan Adams. He hit the corner 3 to start the second half. Now he clearly wants the basketball. Jordan Adams get loose. Hitting the jump shot, taking it to the rack, and the two freshmen, Brian Anderson, have combined for 23 of the Bruins' 40 points.
Getting off to a good start, and nobody counts on their freshmen more than UCLA in the nation. And David Ware, what a great pass from Drew, too.
Wide open.
At the top of the UCLA single-season record books. Muhammad gets himself loose and a friendly rim. Muhammad's having a great second half.
That is a big-time move from Shabazz Muhammad.
Stripped away. Anderson controlling with Shabazz Muhammad.
All right, so Muhammad has the ball ISO'd here on Scott Suggs. And Suggs has been sitting on that left hand. But watch as he drives. A little bit Jordan-esque in Utah. Brian Russell feeling the pain. Slight push-off. And I know there's people sitting that just watched the Kentucky game. And they saw Archie Goodwin get called for a push-off. That's how it's taught. Now, you don't want to extend the arm, you want to use the shoulder, but they're going to sit on one arm, you bump with the shoulder, you bump, extend a little bit, and then you create space for yourself. That's a big-time move for Shabazz Muhammad. Cookies.
Stripped away, another turnover. Here's Adams. And Adams will head to the free throw line.
I know you like to play a lot out in the park, but the mean streets of Georgetown, Texas growing up. But that, my friend, is called cookies. You take it like taking cookies from a kid. Jordan Adams, pick in the pocket.
So Jordan Adams with 6 second half points. Muhammad avoids a turnover, and Muhammad gets his own. Boy, he is some kind of active. Going up strong on Njai. He asks for the foul, and he gets it. Njai will send Muhammad to the line.
And Shabazz Muhammad is just a monster. Monster. Gets in the low post, can't score, misses a shot, competes, goes and gets it, and now gets 2 free shots.
Lost the handle. Here comes Muhammad. Had it blocked. Simmons got a piece of that. And strong inside Kyle Anderson with bodies hanging all over him. Boy, hard fought basket for the Bruins.
Hey, you want to win a league championship? You got to battle. You got to claw. You got to fight. You got to want it.
Well, I thought Kyle Anderson's biggest challenge was Andrew Andrews, but it wasn't. It was Shabazz Muhammad after the miss. Look at Muhammad with the active hands on his own guy.
You gotta want it. You gotta want it. I mean, look, you know Shabazz Muhammad's a scorer. The guy's played 25 games. He got 24 assists. He ain't passing.
I mean, I've heard of hard-fought baskets, but usually the opposition is involved. By the way, Utah is leading. They're beating Oregon by 14 as Muhammad gets a friendly roll. Big bucket for the Bruins, and we're all tied at 52. Shabazz Muhammad with 18 points, the 7th tie of this game. We're all even up at 52. And Doug, how about our AT&T Fast Analysis take us inside the productivity of Muhammad so far?
We talked about the fact that points per possession, he's not strong in the low post. But Shabazz Muhammad coming into college, His reputation was ferocious competitor, tremendous offensive rebounder, and as a wing player, can post up and can score. He's done a good job of getting around the bucket, getting easy shots over that strong right shoulder to his left hand, and then his last possession, he caught an easy catch and shoot jump shot. There's the breakdown. 4 of 9 catch and shoot, 3 of 5 post ups. That's an improvement in off the dribble. That's the point of emphasis that he needs to work on in the offseason. Good stuff.
That's 7 ties, 5 lead changes. Each team has had a 7-point lead. Well, it's been a long time since UCLA won here at Washington. The last time was January 10, 2004. Ben Howland's first year with UCLA. The Bruins needed to hold on in overtime. Trevor Ariza scored 5 of his 21 points in the extra period. Huskies had one last chance. Brandon Roy, whose number hangs in the rafters, did not connect. There's a lot more hair back then for both of these gentlemen. 2 of the longest tenured coaches in the conference. Muhammad hits the back end, and it's a 3-point lead. Lorenzo Romar in his 11th year, Howland in his 10th year. These two played a tight one last time in early February at Pauley Pavilion. Drew 2, hit the game winner at the buzzer. Daddy to Njai, boy, just can't handle it. It's a couple of times Njai's let it go and a foul. And that's going to send Adams to the free throw line. On February 7th at Pauley Pavilion, the game was decided on a Larry Drew buzzer beater. Muhammad in that game had 22 points and 8 rebounds, but did not get the ball at the end. It was Drew, too, who made the basket. Game reset. UCLA with a 3-point lead over Washington. Possession arrow belongs to UCLA. The timeouts, 1 apiece. UCLA in the double bonus moving forward. That lob to Kemp, the first basket for Washington in nearly 5 minutes on the game clock. The Bruins under a minute for at least a share of the Pac-12 regular season title. Who takes the shot for the Bruins? Now they get into their stuff here. Under 10 on the shot clock. Drew 2 with take. And Larry Drew! Just like he did in early February, it's a big bucket, this time on the attack. And the Bruins by 5.
Now, we're in the home of Starbucks, right? Coffee is for closers. Coffee being served in Westwood.
And it is a 5-point UCLA lead as the Bruins get a basket from Larry Drew to put them up 5. This is where it stands right now. Now UCLA tied with Oregon. Oregon is currently trailing at Utah. That would be a huge story. They have just over 9 minutes remaining. Utah is up 8 since Utah was 4-13 in conference play. So UCLA wins here today. They at least share a lead. If Oregon loses with a UCLA win, Ben Howland has a regular season championship wrapped up. So Muhammad with 4 fouls. Washington down 5, and that's stripped away
from Larry Drew.
Larry Drew on the defensive end, and that's going to send Powell to the line, and Larry Drew coming up big again against the Huskies.
Explain my infatuation with what Larry Drew is doing his senior year. I was that guy. I transferred, I couldn't hit a shot, you lose total confidence. He was a high school McDonald's All-American. And you know what? He's recovered his confidence, and he's winning a Pac-12 title with 2 great defensive plays and essentially the game-sealing bucket. He hit the game winner against Washington at home. That's incredible, considering the hype surrounding Larry Drew, how it ended at North Carolina, and and how he walked out in the Carolina team, and then Kendall Marshall became a star, had to sit a year and a half, struggled early on this season. Heck, I said on CBS, I didn't think they had a good enough point guard to win the Pac-12. Great stuff from Larry Drew.
And on a day when Larry Drew takes over as the single-season assist record holder in UCLA basketball history, 6 assists today. He comes up with a huge defensive play after a made basket on the other end. And UCLA up 7. And Washington going to have an 8-year streak snapped here today. For the first time since 2004, UCLA has come into Seattle and they have beaten the Washington Huskies, and they will share a regular season Pac-12 title.
This is celebration, this is levitation. Look at how you winning now, this took dedication. This is meditation, higher education. This the official competitor elimination. I was taking trips with Webb to move weight. Came back to Queens, then hit up a new state. Bitches don't know the half like they flunked their math. Bitches ain't had cut up, crack up in the stash. 50 cent Italian, icy flow. This that run and get $1 for the ice cream cone. Cause they killed my little cousin Nicholas. But my memories only happy images. This is for the hood, this is for the kids. This is for the single mothers, niggas doing biz. This one is for Titi, Tweety, Viola, Sharika, Candace, Timby, Lauren, Aisha.
Okay, we made it to America. I remember when I used to stay with Erica. Labor transfer 20 million to Comerica. It's fucking terrible, it's got me acting out of character. Young T.O. nigga, either riding range or Ferrari top down, screaming money ain't a thing. Tell me when I change, girl, but only when I change. Cause I live this shit for real, niggas know me in the game, they know. Making hits in 3-acre cribs, cooking up.